welcome. So this is my first apartment in Madrid. Here's the front door, just a normal front door, nothing interesting. And then as soon as you step in, you can see the kitchen right on your left side. It's like a galley style kitchen, and this kitchen was perfect. The perfect size, has everything you need: dishwasher, storage, microwave. And then we had a full-size fridge. We have the washer, no dryer, because that's typical in Spain, and it's a more typical thing across Europe to hang your clothes. And here we have more storage. The apartment fortunately came with a few things here and there, so things for like making coffee and whatnot. And then a new water heater. Here's the inside of the fridge. Pretty much everything in the apartment was updated, so that was really, really nice. That was something that I was a little bit more comfortable with just for my first apartment in Madrid. And then when you leave the kitchen, here's the front entry with the phone to let people in. And then this apartment is furnished, so we have the table, more storage in the closet on the left. We have a broom and a mop, iron, which came with the apartment, and then random things the tenant left. And then here is a view of the living space. I love this space. I love the couch. And then you can see all my suitcases, of course. I had just moved in, and then a TV stand for the TV. Unfortunately, it didn't come with a TV, so that was kind of lame. And then the bathroom. The bathroom is super updated, just like the rest of the apartment. And there was lots of storage, as you can see. So this apartment has been perfect for one person. The heated towel rack. And then we have the drying rack behind the door for doing laundry. And then the shower, which did have a rain head shower at the top, so that was super nice. Love the bathroom, great lighting, and a nice fan in there. And then back out to the living room, you can see some of the furniture pieces, the light, and the storage, the wall heaters. And then you can see the balconies that I have and how there's recessed lighting. And also, of course, there's just great natural light in the entire apartment. But yeah, all of these things were brand new, so that was super nice. And I did have a view towards the interior, but that wasn't an issue for me. It's a lot quieter with the interior view. And I still had south-facing windows, so I got so much natural light in the afternoon and evening. And this is the bedroom. It's very, very small, but it's enough for one person. I'm just glad it came with a double bed instead of like a twin or anything. So yeah, for a bedroom, this is really all that I need. I ended up buying a nightstand from IKEA just because it didn't come with one, and it's just nice to have a nightstand to like set things on. So I did put one in the back corner over there. And yeah, in that back corner. And then the headboard was built into the wall. And then we had this really tall closet from IKEA. And it was really nice. Had a lot of storage. All my clothes fit in here perfectly fine. Of course, I only brought 2 suitcases. And then the apartment came furnished with linens as well. So I just made sure to wash everything. And then buy like my own sheets and whatnot. And then here's the second balcony. The exact same view as the other balcony, but of course just amazing natural light. And then a courtyard view, but we also have an area to hang laundry if I wanted to hang anything outside. But yeah, I was perfectly fine with the view. Okay, so I'm currently finishing all the edits like for this video and adding the voiceovers and whatnot, but I lived in this apartment over a year ago. I started living there in September or October of 2022, which is when I first moved to Madrid. And this past year, for my second year of teaching English, I lived in a completely different apartment, and I actually had roommates this past year. But that apartment wasn't like interesting or anything. So, I've been meaning to post this video for a very long time, for almost 2 years now. This was literally taken the day that I moved in October, early October. So, I am going back for a third year in Madrid. I am currently back home in the US, in California, and just for the summer. And so, I'll be returning in September with a new apartment, and I actually just signed a lease with my boyfriend. So, we will be living in a completely new apartment in Madrid. Yeah, if you're interested in teaching English in Spain or abroad in general, or just living abroad in general, definitely stay tuned and follow along. The plan is for this to be an active channel and for me to be posting videos regularly, so it's just been such a long time for me to get it started. Yeah, if you're interested in teaching English in Spain or abroad, it's definitely been very interesting. But I will leave everything at the end of this video and in the description for anything more that you might need or want to know. And yeah, stay tuned.